Ladies and gentlemen, Muslims knocking on the doors of non-Muslims trying to convert them. At least that's what these far-right individuals will have you believe. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. David Atherton, who I had the displeasure of debating, and frankly I over-prepared for that topic to be very underwhelmed by him. Just not knowing the basics about Islam, about migration stats, about what Muslims actually believe. Yet, as you can see, he's still at it, still going. He doesn't work full time, but he gets a pay packet from someone. As he admitted himself. You can see the video, it's on Smile to Jannah Extra. I mean, you can guess who he gets the pay packet from. But he said, near Hyde, east of Manchester, a group of Muslims are looking to find some Christians who want to do their Dawah or conversion to Islam. They knock on doors on a Sunday asking people, do they know where the mosque is? A local man challenges them. This is so wrong and so inaccurate that I actually don't know where to start. Let's go to Hazrat Tommy Robinson, Mr. Yaxley Lennon himself. Muslims now going door to door in Manchester trying to convert Brits. They picked the wrong lad.
What are you knocking on people's doors for?
We're just knocking.
Why? What for?
We're just looking for Muslim families, that's all.
For what?
Muslim families, we're from the local mosque.
No Muslim families round here, mate.
He said we're from the local mosque. So he goes, no Muslims here, mate. What? In the whole area? There's no Muslims. Really? Are you the new census guy? Do you know everything going on in the area? Well, why don't you use your superpowers for good then? Why don't you help the local authorities tackle crime with your knowledge of all of the people in the area?
That's all we're doing.
It's Christian weekend. We celebrate Jesus on a Sunday, and you're knocking on our doors and unsettling us.
It's fine.
You celebrate Jesus on a Sunday. How exactly are you doing that? In the middle of the road, taking out your phone and interviewing Muslims. Shouldn't you be in church, Dave, singing hallelujah?
It's not fine.
No, we're not.
It's not fine.
We're just looking for Muslim families.
Yeah, but it's not fine. You don't come knocking on our doors on a week.
Do you see? So he's explaining, because these brothers are from Tablighi Jamaat, yeah, which is a very simple movement in which they don't talk about politics, they don't talk about controversial issues, they literally focus on Iman and Yaqeen, which is belief and conviction. That's all. They prefer not to use social media and technology, so what they do is they prefer interactions face to face as opposed to online. They go from mosque to mosque depending how long they are going. For example, they might go for 3 days, they might go for 10 days, 40 days. So every 3 days they'll stay in one mosque and then shift to another mosque. No one's funding them, they spend from their own pocket, and when they go to the mosque, they don't have these fancy beds and sofas, they take their sleeping bag with them and they sleep on the floor. Their thing, what they're doing right now is something called Jawla or Gasht, which is that they plan to have a talk in the mosque to do with Iman and Yaqeen, which is belief and conviction, just the basics, non-controversial issues, and they go around to the Muslim locality because not everyone comes to the mosque, just like this guy doesn't go to the church, and who's going to invite him to the church? So these Muslims actually go out of their way to go and invite the Muslims in the locality, tell them, look, we are a Jamaat that's come to your area, we've got a talk in your local mosque, feel free to come at this time. That's all they do. Now this brother over here with his hands in his pocket, he literally was trying to explain that, look, we don't go to the non-Muslims, we go to the Muslims. But this guy is just, look, he's just not interested in his response to such a degree that the brother, I think he's probably the main guy, the one in the black, he just held them going, you know what, there's no point reasoning with this guy. And it's true. This guy, that's the lad that's whipped out the camera. You know, what did David Atherton say? A local man. Okay. He called him a local man. Okay, which is more personal. The local man challenged him. And the local man who wasn't at church, but who was talking about church, and then saying that they're knocking on non-Muslims' doors when they weren't knocking on non-Muslims' doors. Maybe they knocked on someone's door by accident, because sometimes they've got outdated records. because, and get this, Muslims also move houses. No way! So this guy thinks, assumes, is asserting that they are targeting them, which is a load of nonsense.
Weekend, man.
Both have noise.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You're in the wrong area, mate.
Now, in this situation, the Tablighi brothers just go, okay, no problem. Yep, that's fine. But you can see it's only halfway in the video. They are very polite. They're not hitting back. And that's why he's feeling more and more emboldened. Like, yeah, you know what? Man can carry this on. Like, I'm going to be a hero in front of these people. I'll probably be on the stage with Mr. Robinson himself.
Do you know what I mean?
Next time.
Go back to hide.
Thank you.
It's rude, isn't it, really? We don't come knocking on your...
Do you see? He said, go back to hide. And they said, okay, that's fine. There was a silence there. That's literally done. The job is now done. He's now not going to add anything new. There's no point. But yet, he's going to follow them. Look, hands in their pockets. Hands in the pockets is when you're non-confrontational. But you're also not threatened as well. So, legend, brothers.
Your doors that weekend, do we?
What? What did he say? Huh? Say that again.
We don't come knocking on your doors that weekend, do we?
Yeah, you do. Every Sunday, somebody comes knocking on my door telling me about Jesus. And that's also on Eid days. Our religious festivals, I get a Christian knocking on the door. Hello, do you want to talk about Jesus? And sometimes I entertain them. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. And in other areas, Mormons come knocking on their doors as well. We don't whip out our camera saying, today is Eid or today is Ramadan. How dare you come and do this? It's rude, innit? It's rude. Why are you targeting Muslims and trying to convert them? No, because we know Jehovah's Witness is a movement. Yeah, got enough common sense and awareness of other religions, because one of the 5 British values, which this guy probably doesn't know, is tolerance for other faiths and beliefs. Oh, you didn't know that? But Prevent is using this as a criteria to label people as extremists. So according to their criteria, this guy is an extremist. But nothing's going to happen to him, frankly. There's not going to be a witch hunt for him.
Do you know what I mean? Yes. So I don't understand why you're all up here knocking on.
You've already made that point, doofus. How about move on to something else? You can't. He's just going forward, just following them. Coward.
What's the reason?
We're just looking for Muslim families.
For what reason?
Just to tell them where the mosque is and everything.
Do you know where the mosque is?
No.
How do you know they know where the mosque is? Are you a psychic as well as the censor guy as well? Well, this is another talent, mate. He can read minds. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of many talents. But the brother, that's the Amir of this Jola, wasn't necessarily specific. Yeah, the specific point that I mentioned is there's a talk going on in the mosque and people are being invited so they can listen to that talk and refresh their faith. That's why it's important, and I say this a lot nowadays. Gone are the days where we can just, not be articulate, not convey our beliefs accurately. Like, learn the language, guys. Yeah, read regularly, whether it's fiction or non-fiction. Increase your vocab. Get used to speaking out, because someone might stick a camera in your face and you'll have to do a lot of explaining. Frankly, we had to do explaining even when we were at school. When we were fasting, people say, why are you not eating the whole day? Why don't you eat pig? Why has she got a cloth on her head? Which are legitimate questions. And then sometimes even we were like, yeah, what, sir, when you come to the masjid and you ask the teacher, like, sir, why do we not eat pig?
Everyone knows where a mosque is, bro. Of course they do.
Those who doesn't live in
Wow, everybody knows. I'd like to know about this special mosque that everybody knows of. Whoa! This mosque is a beacon for the rest of us because everyone knows where it is.
nearby, they don't know where the mosque is.
Right, well, of course they do.
Yeah, and this brother is doubling down on that point. But but they don't know where the mosque is. He's kind of right, because, and maybe they're avoiding that point about there's a lecture. Go, what's the lecture about? What you going to talk about? How to do jihad? So I can see a level of hikmah being employed as well. That just this guy just needs to know that we're just inviting them to the mosque, that there's a mosque. Not everybody knows. You'd be surprised.
Everyone
Did you
goes.
say everyone goes to
They
church?
don't know where the mosque is.
Right, well, of course they do. Everyone goes to church,
If
don't
he
they?
knows, it's better, innit?
Huh? Hang on a minute. So his response to the point that we're just telling people to come to the mosque is, everyone goes to church, innit? Oh yeah. What did David Atherton call him? Oh, the local man does it once again. Tommy Robinson said, yes, they sure picked on the wrong lad because this guy is coming with arguments left, right and centre, Dave. Flipping heck. This guy's IQ is hitting extraordinary levels, mate. Yeah, extraordinarily minus levels.
Yeah. So you shouldn't be coming knocking on people's doors at a weekend. Do you know?
Just again, same thing, again and again and again. That's why people say, you know what? Sometimes you gotta be a bit forceful to show people where the boundaries are. Wallahu alam, just look how Allah's blessed them that their da'wah is reaching so many people. So many people are now talking about this initiative and of, you know, inviting people to the mosque, because yes, we do da'wah to non-Muslims, but we need to do islah, correction of Muslims as well. Alhamdulillah.
You obviously got other ways to tell people where the mosque is, haven't you?
Yes.
Not going
Okay, can you tell us what those other ways are? Because 5 minutes ago you were saying everybody knows where the mosque is.
door to door on a weekend, mate.
Yeah, it's okay, yes. I understand.
Yeah, it's rude.
That's fine.
No, it's not rude. Otherwise, no marketing people will come knocking on your door. In fact, knocking on the door is the most British thing that you can do. And one of the a'mal of Tabligh is they knock only 3 times. If a woman opens the door, you know what they do? They don't stare her in the eye, they look down and they ask for the man of the house to invite him to the mosque. So what are you talking? What's rude about knocking on the door? What a low IQ argument. Yeah, knocking on the door is rude. Then his other premise is, yeah, knocking on the door on the weekend is rude. Okay, what do you expect him to do? Elbow the door? Bash the door? Shout from outside? Or maybe send a pigeon?
Thank you,
Yeah?
Spot on, mate. Yeah, spot on. You can see it's like, yeah, I've done my bit for Britain. And where's he going? Because that doesn't look like that's the way to the church. Let's have a look. Because it seems like they're going downhill. Yeah, there's no church there, mate. There's a park. What are you going to do? Go there and find the pigeon.